Today I am going to be looking at why CRMs are confusing. And the reason I'm looking at this is because every business owner I've ever met seems to struggle with choosing and using a CRM. And I wanted to understand why this is such a common problem. And so I've spent quite a lot of time looking at HubSpot. And the reason I've looked at HubSpot is because they encompass sales and marketing. And I think that is actually part of the problem for many people. Because we don't understand our marketing and sales process, we don't really know how to set up our CRM to support it. The other problem is that many CRMs have a really fantastic upsell program. And by that, they draw you in with limited functionality, and then you want to use another part of the software. And of course, that's in the next price plan up. I'll show you what I mean, because HubSpot are fantastic at this. And this isn't a criticism. So their free CRM features are shown here. And it's the standard contact management, email integration, you can track deals and tasks, and you can schedule emails to send later. It's very basic functionality. Now the free sales add-ons, which are designed to push you to the next plan up, are here. So you get limited access to them. 5 templates, 5 snippets, and the same with marketing. They give you limited functionality on the lead analytics dashboard. You've got HubSpot branded lead flows, which if you use MailChimp, it's quite likely that you use the free version of MailChimp. And so, are you bothered by a HubSpot brand? Lead insights, the data's limited to first 7 days. So again, everything's pushing you further into the funnel. So you start with free, but then you realise that you want more templates or more snippets. There are ways around this with Google Mail using canned responses. But do you always want to find a workaround? So you're pushed to the starter pack for the sales features. And likewise for the marketing, you're pushed through to the next pack up, and suddenly you're spending £80 where you thought you were going to just be spending nothing. Now, when I first set up my HubSpot account to do this testing, I kept coming back to this Sales Tools tab. Everything I needed or wanted to do seemed to be in that tab and kept pushing me to upgrade. So then I wanted to understand exactly what was free and what was going to have to be paid for, which is why I created the spreadsheet to plot the process. And then that got me thinking more and more about all of the elements of a CRM. And in fact, the very name itself, CRM, Customer Relationship Management, encourages us to forget about the sales or the leads. And many CRMs, like HubSpot, help you with the marketing. If you're going to be doing an awful lot of marketing online and you need to be tracking those inquiries and leads, then that has to feed into your CRM. And then you've got the marketing and sales handoff, where they actively become a lead and they should be entering your CRM. And then you need to think about what your nurturing process is while they're a lead. And then as they enter into the sales process, the sales pipeline, what's your nurturing process then? So there are 4 stages that you can consider when choosing your CRM. But if your marketing is done face-to-face, then you don't need to worry too much about the orange tier. You'll know when they become a lead and you will enter them into your CRM manually. But if everything's done online, then you really need to think about how your online presence integrates with your CRM. Now, knowing your processes in each of these 4 stages is so incredibly important. And I think why we really struggle is because we're not plotting, as small businesses, we're not plotting our processes from marketing, so how these leads find us, how they become a lead, so how they touch us, do we shake their hand, are they coming from our website because they've downloaded something and kindly given their contact information, and then how do we take them from a lead to a sale and ultimately long-term customers. And I think those 4 elements, we know what happens with customers. We've got them, we work with them all the time and they're great. We know how we make a sale, but we don't necessarily plot the process of that sale, and it's quite unlikely that we're really looking at our marketing and working out where our leads are coming from. So if, for example, your leads are coming primarily from your website, HubSpot is a great system because it has all of that tracking. Yes, you have to upgrade, but if web leads are your primary source of lead, then you'll be wanting quite a different CRM to someone whose leads come from a handshake. So when you're looking at your CRM, you've got to sit down first and work out what your marketing strategy is, what your lead magnets are, And when someone becomes a lead, do you put them into the deal process immediately? I mean, once they're in the deal process, they then enter a relationship stage with you, and you need to work out what all the different touches or stages of that process are. Do you meet them for coffee multiple times to find out what their needs are, and to whether you've got the right solution for them? There are so many different component parts to deciding which is the right CRM for you. There is no one size fits all. Sometimes it comes down to the words that a CRM uses. Capsule uses tracks to define workflows. HubSpot, I think, uses sequences. Yep, there's sequences. And Contactually uses another phrase. So sometimes just the words they use can turn you on or off. But unless you sit and work out your marketing strategy, what happens when they become a lead, and how you define when they're going to go into the deals process, and then what that process looks like, along with your sales process, you are always going to struggle with finding the right CRM for you. It's all about doing your groundwork, which is difficult. It hurts. You've got to really put on your brainy cap and work out every little bit to do with your business, and every business is different. So I recommend talking to people, understanding how they're marketing their business and what CRM they're using to support it. But if you talk to someone who is marketing their business solely online, all of their sales are made online and yours are made face to face. You're a service provider, your projects are long and ongoing with clients, then that's a completely different type of CRM that you'll need. But one important part of a CRM is being able to see what deals or potential sales are in the pipeline. And of course that comes from the moment somebody touches you, when they become a lead. As you get to know that lead better, you'll need to try and understand what sort of spend they might have with you, and then you add that to your deals pipeline. And the benefit of doing this is that you can see what money you have in the pipeline. And if you've got a great big hole there at some point, then you've got to get out there and try and fill it. If you want to start using a CRM and you want to choose the right one, I heartily recommend you sit down, work out your marketing, your leads, your sales and your customer processes. That information will give you the foundations to ask questions of the CRM that you're researching. And it will also give you the information to test the CRM to make sure that it is going to do everything that you need. When you know what you want your CRM to do, you can use that information as your shopping list to keep you on track and to avoid falling foul of the fabulous upsell that takes place. If you'd like a copy of the Excel spreadsheet, then you'll find it in the link below, and hopefully that will give you an idea as to how many CRMs are upselling to you, and you can prevent yourself becoming distracted by all the dazzling add-ons, because if you know what your shopping list is, then you can focus solely on that. The spreadsheet will also help you see what features are available and will help you create your shopping list, so you know whether you need to be focusing on leads, marketing, customers or your sales. So it will give you the starting point to create your shopping list. You can follow me on Twitter, on Facebook, via the website, any way you want to stay in touch with the stuff that I'm talking about. It would be lovely to have you join me. Thanks very much for listening. Bye bye now.